Namaste, Jai Hind and welcome to this edition of The Right Stand. I'm Anand Narasimhan and we begin with Operation Dost, a nation that has geopolitically not been India's friend, a nation which oftentimes has been the wrong end of this entire plot to try and defame India, weaken India, but a nation which is perhaps going through the worst crisis of humanity in about a century. And India has said, keep the politics aside, this is for humanity. We'll focus on Operation Dost, but let's try and understand the extent, the magnitude of this calamity that struck Turkey and of course the nations around it, including Syria. First up, a magnitude 7.8 earthquake shook Turkey and Syria early on the wee hours of Monday, killing thousands of people in the two nations. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan of Turkey visited quake-hit provinces and delivered a speech in which he promised new housing within a year for those left homeless in the affected provinces. The death toll is expected to rise as rescuers working in cold and snow look for trapped people under the rubble of toppled buildings. Now let's try and get an estimate of the damage that has been assessed so far. The total number of dead, more than 16,000 people, are confirmed dead, ladies and gentlemen. 37,000 plus are reportedly injured. These numbers will only mount because of the number of crushed buildings and the extent of the damage. We are given to understand the estimate of the spread of this damage is more than about 1.2 lakh square kilometers. So 37,000 plus dead, plus injured, beg your pardon, 8,000 plus rescued, 3,80,000 plus shifted to shelters, 11,000 plus buildings that have collapsed, 79,000 plus personnel in search and rescue. That's the latest update that we have so far, and these numbers are only going to mount. I'm just going to repeat them again. 16,000 plus confirmed dead, 37,000 plus injured, 8,000 plus rescued, 3,80,000 plus shifted to shelters, 11,000 plus buildings collapsed, 79,000 plus personnel who are currently on ground involved in search and rescue operations. And this is when there is huge amount of snowfall and it's very, very cold. Now, as far as Operation Dost is concerned, ladies and gentlemen, it all began at about 7:38 a.m. on Monday the 6th of February, early morning, even before Turkey had turned out to any of the nations asking for help. External Affairs Minister Subramaniam Jaishankar held a meeting in South Block at about 10 a.m. At about 11:16 a.m., Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself had tweeted expressing anguish at the loss of lives and property and expressing his condolences. At 12:30, that is just half past midday, we had Principal Secretary taking an interministerial meeting which had the participation of the Cabinet Secretary, the Home Secretary, the Health Secretary, Secretary Civil Aviation, DG NDRF, DG NDMA. Half an hour later, at 1 o'clock, India received an official email request from the Turkish side asking for assistance, but we were already ready. The meeting by the Principal Secretary concluded at about 1:30 and they went over the entire scenario of what could be done. Operational meeting thereafter took place at 3 p.m. in the afternoon in South Block between the Ministry of Defence, the NDMA and the NDRF to strategize and to put together resources. That meeting concluded at 3:30 p.m. Thereafter, within 12 hours of that meeting, the first SAR flight left for Turkey from Delhi. 4 more such flights took off thereafter, 2 of them carrying NDRF teams and the other 2 C-17 carrying medical teams. The flight carried relief material, equipment and personnel to help Turkey. Nearly 100 NDRF personnel with equipment and vehicles have reached the quake-hit region. Specially trained dog squads are also out there to find survivors who are stuck in the rubble or collapsed structures. 99 medical specialists have set up a 30-bed medical facility. A core control room has now been set up in Adana. In-field X-ray machines, ventilators, an operation theatre which can be set up has also been sent along with ambulances that have all been sent by India. Nearly 6 Globemasters have gone there. C-130 Globemasters have gone to Turkey. Now about Syria. 1 C-130 aircraft has departed from Delhi carrying medical supplies and equipment, 3 truckloads of general and protective gear, emergency use, medication and syringes, ECG machines, monitors and medical items, and of course a small dog squad that has also been sent to Syria. Meanwhile, the MEA set up a control room, like I said, in Adana. The Consul General from Istanbul has moved along with several other officials from the mission in Ankara, and they are all stationed on the ground in the affected areas. The Ministry of External Affairs has received calls from about 75 people asking the embassy for assistance. 10 individuals are stuck in some remote parts of affected areas, but they are safe. One Indian national is currently missing. He was on a business visit to Turkey in a place called Malatya, and he has not yet been traced. So that's the update. And after India responded quickly and promptly, sending relief material to the quake-hit Turkey, Turkish ambassador to India, Firat Sunel, thanked Dost. It means the same, both in Hindi and in Turkey, ladies and gentlemen, and said that the country appreciates the help and that India was among the first respondents, among the first nations to respond for medical assistance.
Thank you very much, first of all. As I tweeted yesterday, we have a very important word which is common in Hindi and Turkish. This is Dost. Dost means friend, and we have a proverb in Turkish language. Dost kötü günde belli olur. It is like friend in need is friend indeed in English. Yesterday, Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi ji, gave instruction to establish a crisis management center, and all relevant authorities were together, and I also joined them. They invited me. We had a coordination meeting.
Whenever there is a crisis on humanity, humanity steps up, ladies and gentlemen. Rescue operations are currently underway in Turkey, and a short while ago I spoke with Harjinder Singh Kukreja, an Indian national whose plane was, or departure of his aircraft was postponed when the 7.8 magnitude earthquake hit Turkey on Monday. But instead of looking at other routes or finding his way out of the country, Harjinder has decided to stay back and help with the rescue and relief efforts. Now, he was at one of the places where locals and along with others are already gathering relief material, and they were ready to dispatch it to the quake-hit regions. Have a look.
जिंदर जी, आप कहां पर हैं और आप लोग भी मदद कर रहे हैं तुर्की में? क्या भारत का ये जो ऑपरेशन दोस्ती है, ये दोस्ती का जो हाथ बढ़ाया है, उसको अप्रिशिएट किया जा रहा है?
एब्सोल्युटली, हर जगह जब हम इंडियन, स्पेशली मैं तो पहचाना जाता हूँ दस्तार की वजह से, पगड़ी की वजह से, तो मेरे को काफी लोगों ने दोस्त बोला है। तो जब मैं यहाँ पे आया, कल रात को भी मैं यहाँ पे था, फिर आज सुबह फिर वापस आया, एंड यहाँ पे जो भी हम हाथ बटा सकते हैं लोगों के साथ, यहाँ देखो आप पीछे हीटर्स पैक हुए हैं, हजारों की तादाद में हीटर्स हैं, यहाँ पे बच्चों के डायपर्स और टिश्यूज हैं। को पता है कि इंडिया पैसिवली कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहा है टुवर्ड्स द रिलीफ ऑपरेशंस, टुवर्ड्स कंट्रीब्यूटिंग, और दोस्त एक कॉमन वर्ड है टर्किश में और हिंदी में, तो और लोगों को पता है इस बारे में, और वो हमें देख के दोस्त कहते हैं, व्हिच इज वेरी नाइस, व्हिच इज वेरी
आप ये इसको कैसे ले जाएंगे और कहां पे ले जाएंगे? क्योंकि क्षेत्रफल बहुत बड़ा है, इट्स अबाउट 1.2 लाख स्क्वायर किलोमीटर्स ऑफ एरिया ओवर 10 प्रोविंसेस, 7 सूबे बताए जा रहे हैं बहुत ज्यादा इफेक्टेड है, तो आप ये रिलीफ मटेरियल कहां ले जाएंगे?
मैं तो एक छोटा सा वॉलंटियर हूँ यहाँ पे, इसमें से मैंने सिर्फ बहुत थोड़ा सा कंट्रीब्यूट किया है। ये यहाँ के जो लोग हैं, जो इस इलाके के लोग हैं, उन्होंने कंट्रीब्यूट किया है, सारा श्रेय उनको जाता है। मैं सिर्फ एक वॉलंटियर हूँ, मेरे को प्लान भी नहीं पता कि कैसे करेंगे ये, बट ओवरऑल द होल इंडिया ने, लाइक इट्स वेरी अमेजिंग कैसे इंडिया ने सब कुछ छोड़ के सिर्फ फोकस किया ह्यूमैनिटी के साथ खड़े होना। ये एक लीडरशिप का एक निशान है, एंड वी आर वेरी प्राउड कि इंडिया किसी और कंट्री के साथ खड़ा हुआ है। मेरे साथ एक टर्किश फ्रेंड भी है।
हाँ जी, प्लीज बात कराइए।
यहीं पे बने हैं, मतलब दोस्त, उनको भी पता है इंडिया के बारे में। सेना नाम है इनका।
Hi, Sena. India is stepping up to help the people of Turkey and Syria. How would you see this gesture?
Yeah. I'm Sena, as he said, and thank you for all the help from you. We are Dost. We use same word in Turkish as well. We are really close friends to each other, and thanks for everything, humanity and the leadership. There are lots of terms that we, how can I say, face here, and many people, as you see, voluntarily working here for our country, and from your support, from everything, thanks a lot. And
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, people from all walks of life, all nationalities are stepping up to help. One of them is another Indian national, and this is a hotel owner. His name is Dipendra. His hotel is in Cappadocia. Cappadocia is about 600 kilometers from one of the quake-hit regions, that is Adana, where India currently now has set up a control room. There were people after the first earthquake, or the first shocks that happened and buildings started crumbling. They ran out of their homes with their children, families. They've spent 2 days in their cars and driven far away from the quake region, and they've arrived at Cappadocia, where Dipendra has not only opened his hotel doors to them, he said, I'll take you in and I'll keep you here as long as you want to stay, without a single naya paisa charged of them. Nearly about 60 people are currently staying at that hotel in Cappadocia. Have a look.
आपका होटल कहाँ पर है दीपेंद्र?
सर, जो हमारा होटल है वो कप्पाडोकिया में लोकेटेड है और इट्स ए स्मॉल प्रॉपर्टी।
और यहाँ पर भूकंप का असर था कैपाडोकिया में?
भूकंप के झटके जरूर आए थे, लेकिन नहीं, कोई नुकसान नहीं हुआ है यहाँ पर
लोग आए हैं आपके पास वहाँ शरण लेने, कुछ लोग?
जी, काफी लोग आए, क्योंकि पहले हमें ये लगा कि हम ये चीज कैसे कर सकते हैं, क्या कर सकते हैं। तो मेरे ब्रदर हैं भूपेंद्र कुमार, उनने भी गाइड करा कि आप एटलीस्ट खोल दो लोगों की हेल्प के लिए। तो मैंने बोला, ऑल्दो मेरा कंसर्न ये था कि लोग तो बहुत दूर हैं यहाँ से, तो कैसे आएंगे, लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली ऐसा हो गया कि मैंने जैसे ही अनाउंस करा, ट्वीट करा, तो लोग आना चालू हो गए। रात के 4-4 बजे तक हमने लोगों का चेक इन लिया, लोगों को स्टे करवाया, और कल से फिर हम ब्रेकफास्ट, लंच और डिनर सब कुछ करवा रहे हैं उन लोग को।
तो अर्थक्वेक का जो सेंटर है वो आपके कैपाडोकिया से कितना दूर है, क्योंकि ये दक्षिण तुर्की में हुआ है?
हाँ, दक्षिण तुर्की में हुआ है, तो ये अराउंड 500 to 600 किलोमीटर है यहाँ से, और नियरेस्ट इज अदाना। और अदाना पे
तो अदाना से भी लोग आपकी तरफ आए हैं? वहां से भी लोग भागकर वहां कैपाडोकिया में?
अदाना से भी लोग, बिल्कुल, अदाना से लोग काफी यहाँ पर आए हैं, क्योंकि दे आर स्केयर्ड टू गेट इनटू द बिल्डिंग, क्योंकि बिल्डिंग बहुत बड़ी बड़ी बिल्डिंग्स हैं, और वहाँ पे भी करीब 20 बिल्डिंग्स कोलैप्स हो गई हैं।
Just after the first and the second, which is just followed the first earthquake, we just got out of the building and we got in our car. And
so they were sleeping in the car
for 2 days.
For 2 days,
yeah.
Definitely.
We slept in a car. Yes, 80% of our relatives in Hatay unfortunately died.
India is stepping up to help the people of Turkey. We are showing Dosti. Would you appreciate what Dipendra is also doing for you here?
Yeah, I heard, and I really had my appreciation to India and the other countries, but I think we didn't have a lot of support from Europe, and it is really very, very sorrowful for Turkey.
Europe caught between a rock and a hard place, whether to turn and help Turkey or look at continuing to provide more arms and ammunition for Volodymyr Zelensky in Ukraine, in the Ukraine conflict with Russia. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, just getting you up to speed on the latest updates, the death toll has gone up. It's nearly 17,000 plus who have now been confirmed dead. 37,000 plus have been injured. We'll try and just show you those numbers clearly. 37,000 plus have been injured. 8,000 plus have been rescued. 3,80,000 plus people have been shifted to shelters. 11,000 plus buildings have collapsed, and nearly 79,000 plus personnel are involved in search and rescue. But more importantly, the extent of damage, the area that it covers on the Turkish part, is almost 1.2 lakh square kilometers of area, ladies and gentlemen. From the west to the east, it's about 450 kilometer stretch, and from the north to the south, it's about 290 kilometer stretch. So that's the entire space which is involved. That includes 10 provinces which have been hit, 7 of which have been very, very particularly hit in a severe condition. The magnitude was 7.6 and 7.7 respectively, the two quakes, big quakes, which have caused severe damage, and there have been as many as 450 aftershocks that have been recorded. It's reported to be the biggest natural disaster to befall Turkey since 1939, when about 30,000 Turks died in a major earthquake The impact of the earthquake was also felt in, apart from Syria, in Lebanon, Greece, Israel, Cyprus, overall about 9 nations that felt the brunt of this massive quake, this tragedy that struck humanity. But India is stepping up to the task and is ready to help and do whatever it takes to save lives and help the people of Turkey and Syria.